Hello everybody and welcome back. I know I've been away for a while. I have been actually quite ill and my ability to talk for longer than about 5 minutes has been gone. So I decided to just go quiet for a bit. But I'm back. Just in time as well. We've got the summer tests or the winter tests depending on what hemisphere you're on. Obviously, I am up north, so it's the summer tests for us. I'm going to cover 4 of the games today. So we've got the 4 home nations: England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales. So yeah, let's go. It'll all be in a winner because my voice won't be able to hold up 4 separate videos, but probably just might be able to hold it for one. So yeah, let's go. So the first one we're going to talk about is the England All Blacks. Now, this game's actually got a lot of interest on the line. Both sides are fairly settled but are trying things. England off the back of not a bad Six Nations from them, to be honest. They beat Ireland. They only lost 2 games. It's not too bad compared to other results. They came third, which again might not be great in English standards, but compared to other years, wasn't a horrible Six Nations for them. Also, you definitely saw an improvement later on in the last 2 games against Ireland and France. They definitely looked a lot better than they did in the first 3. So yeah, they are facing the All Blacks. Not an easy game. The All Blacks as well, slight few changes, but still a fairly solid team. Now, when I put this out to you guys, about 86% said the All Blacks were going to win, so it is fairly one-sided. I'd probably agree. I can see England doing something, I will be honest. I can see maybe taking one of the tests, but for now, I think the All Blacks will win this first test, probably quite... Nah, I don't think they'll win it comfortably. I think it'll be quite tight, but the All Blacks will take it. Yeah. Next up is Scotland-Canada. I'll ramp it up. Scotland-Canada. I mean, I didn't even put a poll out for this one. I know Scotland's put in a weaker team, a very weaker team. They've practically rotated the entire squad. There's not many starters in there at all, which is good to see. The whole point on Scotland going on this America's tour is to get some games and try out some new people, and they're doing exactly that. There's some players who, probably deserve some game time who are now. Yeah, it's just, I actually have a feeling Scotland are going to lose one of their games on this tour, just with they're going for squad development. Yes, it's not the end of the world. Yes, you'll get laughed at by rival nations, but it's not going to be the end of the world for them. It's more about giving players minutes in the legs, experience on them, try to find that next breakthrough player. I think it's exactly what Scotland needs at the minute. I do think Scotland will win this game. I have complete faith in most of them are fairly young players, inexperienced. They still have a couple of bigger names, primarily on the bench, to just help steer the ship if needed, I think, is really why they're there. But I do think Scotland will win that one. Next up, we're going to go to Wales, Australia. Who knows what's going to happen in this game? 2 sleeping giants, as I said earlier. Both Wales and Australia, both usually pretty good teams, both up there, but at the minute both of them are struggling. Now, yes, Australia's just got a new head coach in Joe Schmidt. It'll be interesting to see what he can do with them. And yeah, Wales, it is again a fairly inexperienced team from Wales, but as I said, I think this might be a minor blessing in disguise for Wales, the fact that practically all their senior players left at the same time. Yes, it'll affect them in the short run, but think about it in 2, 3, 4 years' time when they've basically brought up a brand new fresh crop of players at the same time, and when they all get experienced, it's going to work quite well. So I can see Wales being good in a few years, but for now, Australia, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in this game. Is tight. When I put the poll out to you guys, actually about 60% of you went with Wales. So interesting to see, tight, but primarily leaning towards Wales. I could see that. Not knowing, with Australia, with a whole new coach set up, I can see why people have gone with Wales. So, yeah, will be interesting to see. And last but definitely not least, I've got the Irish shirt on for a reason. They're playing the Box in one of the, it has to be the biggest test series of the thing. Ireland versus South Africa. It's come into a good rivalry in the last couple of years. You know, the world champions versus the best team in the world, or the provisional best team in the world. Yeah. What more to be said, eh? I think this is going to be a hell of a game. I think it's going to be quite of an arm wrestle. I could see, you know, it being quite gritty, quite, you know, both teams wanting to just get in on the other one. So I can see it being quite full of fights and stuff like that, which is good to watch. I like that sort of thing. I find it interesting to watch. Going to the poll, 67% of you have gone Irish win. Now, I'm not sure how much of that is bias, because, you know, I know that there is a larger proportion of Irish watchers than South African. So I don't know how many is back your team, which, to be honest with you, I fully get. I agree with back your team. Or how many people are actually backing Ireland. It'll be interesting to see. I do think Ireland will take this first test. And I think that'll piss off the South Africans who'll take the second one. That's my thought. Or maybe vice versa. One of them will take the first test, the other one will take the second test because they've been annoyed. So yeah, that is my thoughts. Will it be a Northern or Southern clean sweep? I don't think so. I think, you know, I think the All Blacks will win, and I think Wales will win. So no, I don't think it'll be a Northern clean sweep. I'll be in the Scotland-Canada. Oh dear. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave it there because my voice is starting to go again, as you can probably hear. And yeah, I shall see you later. I know the European pools have been drawn. I might do one later on about that, maybe. Yeah, you can hear it, my voice. I just can't talk. Thank you very much for watching though, and I shall see you later.